Alright, here we are for another installation of whatever's going on here. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to do something fairly easy. I want to put together the DIY drone, which is a very kind of neat little drone that came out a while ago. And the basic idea is that you can put together a little brushed FPV drone that is quite inexpensive. So let's get into this stuff. So we've got a transmitter, which is 100-meter range kind of transmitter. Probably going to use this drone with a Jumper T8SG as it works with that. Got a manual. And we got our box of goodies here, which has the important stuff. Things here, look, all-in-one camera, charger, and a handy little prop tool, bunch of props, flight controller, motors, and a frame and a little camera holder. So just get right into this thing. Frame here. Gotta kind of look at the frame in detail a bit to kind of work out which part goes forward. If you're looking at the frame, there's a little tab here which should go kind of on your left, and a larger tab that should go on your right, with that being the forward-facing direction. So let's get our flight controller, put that in here, orient the battery lead at the back, and there's a little kind of rods that go up here and they go through holes in the flight controller. I'm just gonna try to put the camera power lead as well through the same hole as that thing. Got that in there. Get our motors. Stick our motors in there. If memory serves me correctly, the black and white wire goes on the upper kind of forward right. Very simple frame, which is cool. I like that. Oh, I see here. Oh, this is great. The plugs of the motors are actually color coded to which socket they go to, so that makes it really easy. So I did get it right in my guess, but that's awesome. So the other black and white wire one goes on the back left. Shove it in there. And finally, the last motor. Push that in there. Okay, so we've got the flight controller on there with the motors plugged in. So let's move to the next step. Put this cover for the flight controller over. Again, the left socket on the... Well, this is kind of tricky. The antenna doesn't really have a place to come out. I'll have to figure out something with that. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's just cram the antenna down here for now. Okay. Have this thing going on here. Yeah, that antenna thing, I think I'll have to probably, what I'll do is drill a see if I can drill a hole in this plastic right here and then run the antenna up to get better range, because this is going to be a bit limited by that, scrunching it up. So, but let's continue on. Take the all-in-one camera, put it in this little plastic casing here, taking the lens cap off. There's a part of this casing that has a little groove here that goes kind of mapped to the top of the camera, so you can see that groove is there, so the channel selection and power selection switch can be accessed. So just push that in there. Okay, just kind of, yeah, trying to get it in there. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. Effect. Now push the little tabs of the camera holder. Get the holes. There we go. Clicking in there. Now we have our camera, which can tilt, which is really cool. Seems like it tilts fairly loosely though, so might need to be able to use something to kind of hold that in place. Okay, so anyway, we have the basic little drone, pretty quick to set up. Just gonna get some tweezers and run these wires through the slots a bit to get them out of the way. It's definitely not great the way they have this. It seems like something to deal with these wires would be kind of nice. Better design, something, clips or something, I don't know. Okay, so we've got the wires a little bit out of the way. Not perfect. We'll have to come up with maybe a more permanent solution. Maybe even some tape around would do it. But this seems like it should work at a pinch. We're going to put the props on. I need 2 of the clockwise and 2 of the counterclockwise props. Okay, put them sorted into clockwise and counterclockwise, so put one of these on the front right. Again, I always remember the way the props go is kind of scooping the air inwards from the front and scooping the air inwards from the back. So put one on there, 2 on there. Here, and 1 more here. Oh yeah, I forgot to plug in the power supply for the camera. Let's do that now. That's a good thing to do. Very straightforward. Plugging it in is straightforward. There's the little lead from the power flight controller that goes into the wire on the camera. But what isn't so straightforward is dealing with these wires. Again, we've got an issue with these wires, so we're just gonna pop them out of the way by hand to start with. Give this thing a bit of a test. Oh yeah, here's the battery for it, which I kind of had charging previous. Put that battery in there. Little hoops in the bottom. Now we're going to give it a quick plug in and just make sure the lights and everything are working the right way. Okay. Camera light is on and cycling through things to indicate the channel and the power. That's great. I think the 3 hyphens on the camera means it's at 200 milliwatts, I think that's what it is, and the LEDs on the flight controller are flashing brilliantly. This is a great little drone. Cool. Let's just give it a quick test on the stovetop here, the controller. Oh yeah, it's working good.